Are you someone who pays cash for everything, have little to no debt? Do you wonder if that might help you or hurt you in getting a home loan? Well, let's dive into that in more detail. Welcome to MortgageWorks. I'm Alvarez, where we have the answers and they're on the house. So what about credit scores? Are they important in getting qualified for a mortgage? Let's dive into that. What if you pay cash or have minimal to no debt at all, and you have therefore no scores? Will that affect your ability to qualify? It could. A credit score is an important factor in getting qualified for a mortgage. It will determine both your ability to qualify based on debt ratio, it will determine how much of a down payment you're required to make, and it will determine how your loan is priced. So if you have limited or no credit history, it would be important to establish that as quickly as you can to prepare for the home buying process. One question with credit scores is, what kind of credit score level do you need to qualify for a mortgage? Well, that will vary depending on the loan program. Generally speaking, for conventional conforming loans, you're going to need a score of at least 620 or better. If you have a score of 740 or higher, then you're going to get the best rate on the loan. Other programs such as FHA and VA, you can actually be below 620 and even into the 500s. Now, the thing about credit scores is the lower your score, the more difficult it's going to be to qualify, and the higher priced your loan is going to be because of the greater risk of a lower score level. So how do you get your score up? Well, if you have minimal to no credit history, you do want to establish that, but be conservative and be moderate about it. If you don't have any credit cards, it would be a good idea to get a couple, maybe two, not more than 3 major credit cards, and then use them in a moderate way. Maybe charge a small expenditure on it, pay it back quickly. Don't let the balance on the on the credit card get too high, close to the limit. If you don't have any installment loans, maybe take out a small personal installment loan, maybe buy a piece of furniture or something like that, put it on a small 12 or 24 month term, pay it on time. Generally speaking, you want to have at least 3 established trade lines with a history of at least 6 to 18 months to start to build a reliable score. And in some cases, if your score is too low, maybe because of some derogatory items, we can assist a borrower in looking at what actions can be taken to get those resolved, and then possibly do what's called a rescore to help get your scores up. So do you really need a credit score to qualify for a home loan? Well, technically, no, you don't. But you're hurting yourself because the kind of terms you're going to get are not going to be overly favorable. You're going to be considered high risk because the lender doesn't have an ability to evaluate your credit history and evaluate you as a risk in making the payment on time. So while you can get a loan, the terms that you can get that loan with are not going to be very attractive. So you're better served to get that credit score established and get a credit history established. And that's where we can help. We usually advise people to establish credit in a moderate, conservative way, 2-3 credit cards at most. Try to get an installment loan or 2 going. If you can get at least 3 trade lines and have those in place for at least 6 to 12, 18 months, then you're going to start to build an effective score. And the better your score, the better you're going to be in a position to qualify for higher loan amounts, get a better rate, and allow for higher debt ratio. So for all these reasons, that's where we can come in. We can advise you, help direct you on what steps to take to get that score up, so you are better positioned to be out there in the marketplace to make an offer in a home and get the best terms possible. So with this information, you may find that you need some help in terms of navigating through the credit score arena. That's where we can come in. Our information's on the screen. Feel free to give me a call. Be happy to have a discussion with you and help you get started in building your credit and position yourself for a better home loan.